Gigi Owamie talking nonsense. I don't even want to lie to you guys. Let's get into this chat. Let's get into this one. Hi Ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fearful, collaborating back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my Ninjas, before I get into this video, I'd like to just address something from yesterday's videos. There was some people that were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're making fun of my cousin's English. Guys, my cousin is part of the English gang. I'm part of the English gang. That has been established for years. Now the only difference is that you guys need to remember this is a new channel, so I've not blocked the haters. Please do not be part of the hate train. I am going to start cleaning this channel. I'm not with any negativity. That's not something that I want. If you know me, you know that there was absolutely nothing malicious. It was funny to me and I laughed. So you're not gonna dictate what's gonna be funny and what's not gonna be funny to me. I laugh at myself all the time when I'm trying to get a word and I can't get it and I'm like, yo, English, so what's wrong? Anyway, let's talk about Gigi Owamie, you guys. I'm gonna just go ahead and call her Gigi. She was on some podcast and this is what she was saying, so I'm gonna edit it and put some some background music, because I don't want to deal with copyrights and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it here and let's talk about it. Let's chat about this chende, honey.
But on the real, that is such an important question and I would like to answer it.
Okay.
I do not believe that men have gone soft. I just think things have become super hard for men. Keeping up is really hard, guys. We may say that the submissive woman and the dominant man who is the head of the home and the woman's the neck of the home is still a thing that exists. It isn't, because we want to get 50%, 50-50 so hard, right? We want to get, let's be honest. As women, a lot of us are like, if I can afford for myself, you better be able to afford for both. There's so many double standards to that, right? And you walk into an economy that's already struggling, and this man needs to be able to put on food on the table for you and him. Do you know that when the easiest way to deal with a man in society is to accuse him of beating your ass or raping you, and no one wants to have that conversation. When he's done in terms of his social capital, right, where does he go back to? The honest truth is that the woman, especially the black woman, has become the enemy of the black man, because we're so quick to break down our own households and we don't see what the issue is. And that's why so many black men are killing themselves, because we no longer protect them. That's what I'm saying. So have men gone soft? No, but life has become super hard for me.
Now, remember, everything that I have to say is my opinion, okay? I do personally believe that it's about time, guys, we just stop putting blame on women. I am so sick and I am so tired of the narrative that a black woman is always blamed for everything. The child is not raised right, it's the mother they look at. The child is the husband doesn't act right, is the wife they look at. This and this, every single thing is constantly on women. We do not hold this man accountable for jack. Zero. When I tell you guys that if I had to choose, I was gonna be a man, and a naked only fate. Ali never said I was gonna finish you all, shame. God knew I should never be a man. I am sick and tired, guys, of the narrative that a black woman is always to blame for everything. Being a black woman in this world is the worst thing ever, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Not that, okay, let me rephrase that. It has been made to be the worst thing ever. We are treated like the bottom of the barrel no matter where we go. Now, mind you guys, being a woman on its own, you already don't have certain rights. You're already discriminated just because you're a woman. But when you add being a woman and then add being black on top of that, I am telling you guys, it's a whole complete different world we live in. A whole complete different world. Now, everything she said, is it lies? Absolutely not. But for her to talk about, oh, this is why men are killing themselves, as women were not protecting them, as this and this. Honey, if we had to protect men any longer than we actually are protecting them, we would have to just be breastfeeding them every single moment of the day. And she talks about how men have not gone soft. Why is she lying? Men have gone soft. Men have gone soft. most men, especially black men, and in this country, are slay queens. They are slay queens. Zero respect for themselves. Like that whole thing of pride as a man, nothing. The reason why black women, you guys, and I am talking as a black woman, the reason why we have had to be masculine, you know, we have to be in our masculine energy, is because we do not have protectors. We do not have. We are failed by our fathers, so we already do not have got good examples. We are failed by the men that we trust. Guys, being a black woman in this world is, my God, my God. Let us stop this whole thing of constantly trying to blame women. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm upset. I'm sick and tired of it. Guys, as black women, we go through so much. There's nothing we do not do for this man, and they still want more. Most of these men, guys, they bring nothing to the table. The same man that's gonna treat you like crap is gonna go and treat a white woman like she's heaven. They know how to treat women. We know it. We know it because they treat white women better. They just don't want to do that for us, and that is in most cases. The moment they are successful, they switch. We don't care about that. If you want to be with somebody white, I don't really honestly care. Like, that's me. I don't care. Like, you can be with a Caucasian, you can be with whatever. The thing that I honestly hate is the fact that it's always, oh, because black women are this, black women are that, black women are this, black women are that. White women don't have to be strong like us. They already have protectors. You are protecting them. We don't have protectors, so we need to be strong. I'm not saying that black women do not have their faults. We do have our faults. We do. But as to say that men are committing suicide because of we are not protecting them, girl, I really would love to sit down with you and actually have this conversation. Like, please explain. What do you mean? Like, as black women, what more should we do to protect these cheaters? Most of the times that actually people do not understand is that when you meet a black woman that is loved right, I'm telling you, she's always, like, if you look at her, you look at how she lives, and you look at the way white women live, you will see no different. I have never ever met a woman that is in her masculine energy and she has got a beautiful husband that loves her right, that treats her like a queen. I have never. I do know a friend that is married. She has been in a happy marriage for years. Her husband adores her. He loves her so much. If you see her, guys, like, I'm telling you, like, she's in her feminine energy. Like, she's definitely she's feminine. Okay, that's her. Well, some of us who have to be out here, we have to be in our masculine energy. You can't expect me to be soft when my father doesn't want to take his kids to school. You can't. You can't expect me to be soft towards a man that has been cheating on me. You cannot. You cannot expect me to be soft towards a man that cannot even provide for his family. I need to step into the masculine energy because we need money in this house, and this nigga ain't bringing it. Guys, stop blaming black women. Oh my gosh, it's like that is dried out. And the other thing again that you do not understand is that as a black woman, you don't only have to deal with, you know, like Caucasian women, white women, you know, women of different races. No, you don't have to only deal with them. You also have to deal with their men, who already we have got so many white men that are, you know, racist and whatever. We have to deal with those. On top of that, guys, we have to deal with our own men, our own black men. They do not protect us. They, like, it's just a mess. You understand? Most of them, right? And then after that, the biggest enemy again, you have to deal with another black woman. That's the worst one. That is the worst. So as black women, we are really going through a lot, guys. We don't talk about it, but we are literally going through a lot. A lot. Due to the fact that you're a black woman, for you to even be loved right, there has to be so many conditions. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. We are not to be blamed for men killing themselves. We have got nothing there. If anything, a lot of women are in mental hospitals because of men. A lot of women are literally broken because of men. A lot of black women are like at the worst point of their lives because of men. So men in no way, shape or form are they victims in anything. That's me. I do get the part where she's talking about how if you want to destroy a black man, you know, you have to scream abuse, or you have to scream, you know, RAPE. I get that. I talk against that all the time. For someone that watches me, you will know that this is the truth. I always talk against that. I always just feel it's disgusting. It also takes back, you know, the movement where we're supposed to help, you know, the Me Too movement, you know, it takes back. However, one thing that I can also just go ahead and tell you guys right now is we do not talk enough about how black men treat us like we're doormats. We do not talk enough about how a black man will meet you. He knows he does not love you. He will still go ahead and propose you, deceive you, make you believe that he loves you, even go to a further extent of even impregnating you and then leaving you with a child. He knew from the beginning he didn't love you. What evil is that? But because of that is being done to women, we don't talk about that. We do not. But because, men are killing themselves, we are not protecting our black men enough. How are we supposed to protect our black men when they are the ones that are breaking us? Please explain that to me, girl. How? I'm sick and tired of it. Please stop constantly putting blame on a black woman. We are going through enough. We are going through enough. So many black women, guys, are broken. So many. I look at, you know, when I was still young, remember I'm 32, I'm turning 33 next month. When I was young, I used to look at women that have got kids with different men, and women, you know, that have got multiple kids with a man and this and this. And I'm like, no man, like what's going on with you? However, guys, I still do not condone. You guys know the message that I preach. I do believe that since you now know these men are like this, like, please do be more careful. Do you understand what I'm saying? I always advise, don't have a child with someone that did not marry you. At least have a commitment with someone before you have a child with them. Unless if you just want to have a child for you, but without any hopes of having this man being with you. Do you understand? However, guys, I have actually seen it close hand, like with people that are close to me in my life. The way that men switch and show their true colors and who they are the moment you fall pregnant, that age is one of the most scariest crap I've ever seen. It literally, even till today, I'm afraid to have a child. Like, even when I'm saying that at least be married, that still doesn't guarantee you. This nigga will still marry you. Because maybe he even sees that, you know, you are working, you've got a pension fund, and then they know that they're going to marry you for 2 months and then divorce and get half of your pension fund, which is something that is even currently happening right now. It's a story that I still need to talk about, because there's a ninja that actually came to my DMs talking about this. Guys, black men, how are we supposed to protect black men when they are the ones that are breaking us? We don't have strength, most of us. We are so destroyed. We are so hurt. So hurt. And then you sit there and you're like, black women are not doing this, black women are not doing. What are black men doing? Are black men just loving us right, treating us like queen and kings and princesses, and we are the ones that are out there just wilding, and in our heads we're like, we're gonna get them, this and this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are certain people that age with no wisdom. And then there are certain people that age with wisdom due to experiences. And when I tell you guys that I've experienced so much, I'm at a point in my life where I would say that for my age, I am wise. I used to be so shocked, you guys, when I see a woman, you know, and they say it's her wedding day, and then the following day she's dead. What happened? She was poisoned. And then they say, no, it's her best friend that actually took a plate and gave her for her to eat, and then she had poured poison in there. I do know that there's a story that happened to someone that was close to my situation when I was still in Venda, and that's exactly what happened. Her best friend is the one that actually poisoned her, and unfortunately she died. She got admitted like the following day after her wedding, and then she died like less than a week when she was at the hospital. They did try to do everything that they could to save her, but they could not. And so I looked at it and I was like, nah, you really have to be like, you know, not too smart. Like, honestly, remember I was still young. for you to cannot see that this person is not your friend. You understand? I experienced that in Free State, and even till today, I'm not going to lie to you, that experience still scares the crap out of me. When I tell you guys that Snakey was like a best friend, Snakey was like a sister, Snakey was the one that I will call. If I call her and I'm crying, I'm like, I need you, she's there. She gave me no reason whatsoever that she was actually wanting to sleep with my ex, or they had a relationship behind the scenes that I knew nothing of. She's a black woman, and that is happening all over. Black women, we have a lot to deal with. We literally have a lot to deal with. We have so many wounds we have got. Because let me tell you something, guys. Even these women that act this way, if you look at Snakey's situation, she's in a horrible marriage. And I've said this before, that I sleep like a baby knowing she's miserable in that marriage. I know it for a fact. That's what gives me peace. She's miserable there for what she did to me. I'm okay, Shem, and I have even forgiven her. But I know her marriage is her karma, due to the fact that it's a black man that is breaking her down. So many ladies cannot really be in a genuine friendship with you because somehow they see you as, oh, she's gonna be with my husband or whatever. They would rather cut another black woman off than cut that cheater that they have. So which protection are you talking about? Because I see a lot of mabekezelas in Bokoto out here protecting this man day and night. No, man, no. Guys, as women, we go through a lot, especially when you're a black woman that has a good heart. Yo, guys, you know the Bible says that there's no rest for the wicked, but it forgot to mention those that are not wicked, those that have got good hearts. You get backstabbed, usati, another one comes, it's another blow. Being a black woman that is succeeding as well, other black women, they see you as a threat, so they have to pull you down. Some men, especially the slay queens that we have these days that have no pride whatsoever, they are not providers or whatever, they target you. Like literally, they come, pretend, lie, act like they love you, whatever, they know that they want to scam you. So I don't understand how as black women are we supposed to live, because like no matter where you are not safe, especially in South Africa. We're the most endangered species. If anything, we protect this man way too damn much. Too many women are lying out there. Too many women lie about their marriages. Yes, they're miserable in that they cry every night, but when they come out, they polish their husbands to look like this man that they are not. So which protection is Gigi talking about? Literally, guys, I think with Mina, like as I said, my experiences, I saw the life my mother lived. I will not easily talk about it, but that woman should have still been alive. She should have. And that's why I vowed to myself that I will never, nobody will put me through the crap I saw growing up. I'll never go through that. So for Gigi to expect us to still do more, when our grandmothers died in Mendweni, our mothers died there, our sisters have died there, we are not going to be the generation that does that. I'm not protecting no nigga that is not protecting me. So if you want us to protect black men, they better start acting right. They better start protecting us. They're killing themselves. I don't give a damn about that. If he wants to kill himself, let him go ahead and do it. If he's going to live a shitty life and expect that we're all going to rally around him whilst he goes around breaking us, we are now supposed to be like, oh, I'm not broken, I have to be there for him. No. Time to put someone first that does not put you first should come to an end. Most of us guys that grew up in homes where our mothers and our fathers were together, most of us are damaged. That's the truth that we're not ready to talk about. Most of us are damaged. It's either you're someone that is a non-nonsense taker, you are a fighter. That's me. I believe that's where I'm at. I'm a fighter. I get very angry when I see any injustice happening towards me. Or you become extremely pleasing. So you're someone that no matter what this man does, you're gonna stay. because you saw your mother do that. So it's in you that you're like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to be treated, which is crap. And no, it's not. As black women, guys, we're going through a lot. Our men don't protect us. Most of the times, they don't even show us love. They don't care. So someone to come out here and talk and still put blame on us as black women, that is absolutely disgusting for me. If you got a man that loves you, trust and believe you. As women, even the Bible says it, guys. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, but even the Bible says it. The only thing we need to do is respect men, and the thing men need to do is love us. If that's how it is, trust and believe. That's why they always tell you, get a man that loves you more than you love him. Because love covers everything. So it's easy for me to respect you if you love me. If you're showing me love, it's easy for me to respect you. And it's easy for me to submit under you because you love me. And when you love me, you want to provide for me. You want to make sure that I'm not stressed. You want to make sure that I'm okay. You want to make sure that you don't embarrass me. You want to make sure that you don't humiliate me. You want to make sure that I'm protected with everything. Please show me a woman that is fully, properly loved like that. That is in her masculine energy, or that is out there being a hooligan, or you know, just being crazy and wild. I've never seen. I'm yet to see. So if you're a black woman and you're watching me, you are doing your best in the current situation. There are a lot of women that do horrible things like sneaky, and there are many others that have done that. They sleep with their friends, best friends, husbands, they cheat, they sleep with married men, they do this, they do that. Most of these women, guys, they have got so much hurt, and if you look at most of them, they have daddy issues. It's either the father left, or the father was present but he was miserable, or they saw their mother in a certain predicament, or something horrible really happened to them when they're still young. And most of them, they respond from a place of trauma. You can still change. You can still literally change. You can seek help. You can get a psychologist that's going to help you. It's never too late if you're still alive. The only person that will say it's too late is somebody that is in the grave. You can literally wake up today and choose to say, I'm going to restart my life today, and you can do it. There's nothing you cannot do as long as you're still alive. So I'm sick and tired of being blamed. These men never have taken accountability of anything, because our great grandmothers made every single excuse in the book for them. Our grandmothers did the same. Our mothers did the same. Our older sisters did the same. I choose to refuse. Like, I'm breaking that. I literally am. I was so proud of my baby sister the other day. You know, I think it was last day or last day, the time that I went through the divorce and I was doing everything, and I was, you know, I remember she came to me and she was like, Sissy, you know, I honestly have to say thank you. I was like, why? She said, I was so scared to get married. Now, I know that the household I grew up in, she also grew up in the same household. I fully understand why she would be scared of marriage. And so when I asked Deuri why was she saying that I didn't ask her why she was scared of marriage. I completely understood it, because we all grew up seeing crazy stuff. But she actually said that you have proven to me that even if I get married, if it's not working, I can still pack, leave, and I'll be okay. And I want to thank you for that. And I was like, I didn't even realize that my baby sister was literally looking at my steps. I was just simply fighting for myself. And due to the fact that she's close to me, she saw all the battles that I had to fight, and this and this. It inspired her, and I was so proud. Guys, I was so happy. I was like, yes, I am one of those people that are breaking the cycle. We are not going to suffer like our mothers, guys. We are not going to suffer. So someone like Gigi that is out here now talking about how it's almost like every single thing is our fault. No. Most of the times, guys, I'm not even going to lie. And this is wrong. I've said it many times. I do not agree with it, that women are going to be out there, you know, proposing false rape accusations and abuse. However, if you also look at it, guys, the things these men have done to these girls is despicable. Despicable. They know where can they hurt them the most. It's that, and it's not right. But I'm simply saying that, how does a man come to you and be with you for 2 full years when he knows that he does not love you? He knows that he's a married man. He lies to you. You are sitting here, you think you've got a partner. The emotional strain and damage that you have to go through. Men need to also think about their actions, because this whole thing where they play girls and what, we as women have just been conditioned to accept it, but it's wrong. It's honestly wrong. It's wrong. No matter what way you want to look at it, it's wrong. We've just been conditioned to accept it, to say, no, it's normal, but no, it's not. That's traumatic. A lot of people even still live their lives with panic and mental health issues because of men. And what repercussions do this man face? Nothing. He can be with you for 5 years, waste your time, play you, and go there and do this and do that and do that, and then you are in a relationship with someone for 5 years. He even engages you. He's like, I'm gonna marry you. Next thing, this man is married to somebody else. You're seeing pictures on Facebook that is being shared by people. How many stories on TikTok have you guys seen of those? Think of the mental trauma that actually happens towards you. That is not okay, guys. We have just been conditioned to it's okay because we're black women, we're considered strong. We're not. We have to act strong because, as I said, we don't have protectors. Our fathers don't. Our brothers don't. Our mothers are conditioned to worship even when it's nonsense. As a black young woman especially, you're in trouble. Big, huge trouble. Don't settle, guys. And do not care about protecting somebody that is not protecting you. If that nigga has to kill himself, let him go ahead and do it. Uncle, it's not your hand, it's not you. If he chooses to bounce out of life, then let him bounce. If it's a matter of he's going to come traumatize you and then now expect you to somehow be there for him for the fact that he traumatized you, because now when you're saying, no, I'm leaving, he wants to act like a stupid person. No, that's not what we're going to do. Absolutely not. So if black men change, black women will change. At the end of the day, black men are supposed to be our leaders. They lead us. If all black men today decided that they were going to love the women they are with, right, so many problems in this world will be avoided. We would not have so many single mothers. We would not have so many children that are fatherless. We wouldn't. These men don't even care. How do you father a child and you live for 18 years, 20 years? You don't care. You don't know what your child is eating. Sorry, guys. Like, you don't know where your child stays. You don't know what your child eats. You don't know any of that. As a mother, you're now forced to have to see your child struggle. And then you're still expected to go and protect black men. I'm not saying that my women are always right. We're not. We have our own faults. But let us not lie. Most of the problems that we have originated from the fact that our great-great-grandmothers literally worshipped men. And they made this men feel like, they are, even when they bring zero to the table these days especially. These slave queens, men have not just gone soft. They are too soft. That is why now, especially in South Africa, you date a guy, you dump him, he kills you, and then he kills himself. How many women are being killed every day? We have been conditioned that it's a norm. How many men are raping women? You cannot be raped and still be expected to go out there and protect black men. You are crazy. You are out of your mind. So many issues are affecting black women, especially in this country. How many women are raped every day, guys? They don't even tell us anymore because we have been conditioned. It's a norm. It's not a norm. It's not normal. But we've been conditioned. How many women are living in fear out of men? And they are still expected to go and protect black. Just because as women, we have now been put in a place where we have to go in a shell. And we have to be okay with everything. It's supposed to be that it's strength. Guys, the time that I had to divorce my ex-husband, I'm telling you, I never felt so confused in my life. I thought I knew life. That divorce literally made me. It was either it makes or breaks me, but it made me. I was being looked at as, you are just too weak. You are crazy. How can you divorce your husband just because he cheated? It's nothing. And I'm like, Am I going crazy? Why is everyone not looking at this abuse as it is abuse? It is not normal. I'm not mentally coping in this situation. I'm not going to end up in a mental health hospital because of a man. Why are you still sitting there? So many women, guys, they live with deep wounds. That is why we get a lot of women that are so bitter. So bitter. The whole narrative of divorced women are bitter is because most of the times back then, the only women you would find divorced are the women that the husband walked out on them. It wasn't much that a woman would walk out. So when the husband walks out and you have been begazelling nonsense for 20 years, you have no choice but to become bitter. Because you now see that I could have left, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be laughed at. I didn't want to this. And now he left. And still, guess what? That black man living and going to a shack with a 19-year-old is still the black woman that is blamed. You talk, you're called bitter. You are quiet, you're called bitter. You see her when she's quiet. Don't think Uri, she's cool. She's very bitter, that woman. Literally nothing that a black woman does is good enough for anybody. It's not good enough for other black women. It's not good enough for black men. It's not good enough for Caucasian women. It's not good enough for whatever. And that is why in most cases, I've watched a lot of American videos. Whenever a white woman is fighting with a black woman, if the cops arrive, the first thing a white woman most of the times will do, she will start crying. We as black women, guys, we can't be that emotional because we are not soft. Most of us are not soft. It's not by choice. It's because of the circumstances and how the hand that life has dealt us. And you will find that at most cases, they are now having to comfort this white woman that was wrong in the first place. And the black woman, obviously, it's upsetting. When she's screaming, no, she's labeled the angry black woman. No, guys, no. No. The way that those guys that were sitting next to Gigi were like, yo, it's like, oh, she's dropping gems. No, she's not. You are not dropping gems. Black women have been abused for years and years, decades and centuries by black men. The advice that your grandmother gives you about men, go and sit down and ask your grandmother about men. She will tell you things that you're gonna be like, Mara, if most women, most mothers, if you brought a man that is exactly like your father, she would fight you tooth and nail to say, please, my child, don't, because she knows the pain. If that was not the case, our mothers would be advising us to get men that are exactly like our fathers. But in private spaces, they advise us to get men that are different from our fathers. Why? Ma'am, please, this really just did upset me. It really honestly did. I remember there was a video of this girl. She was busy screaming and it was in the morning. She was saying that, you're acting this way. I have your semen in me. I could go to the police station and say that you raped me, blah, blah, blah. Imagine someone is sweet talking you and then they want to be with you. They call you beautiful. They do this, they do that. Most of these girls, guys, these slay queens, these prostitutes, whatever, those girls have so many scars. So many scars. I don't even want to lie. Emotionally, most of them are even dead. And then in the morning, this guy's calling you a whore, he's calling you a this, he's calling you a that, he's calling you a useless thing, this and this. How do black men think that is a correct way to treat a black woman? I don't get it. And we are still expected to protect them because they're killing themselves. Who's the real victims in these situations? The way that a black woman has been positioned, we can't even be comfortable around each other. We can't even trust each other. You know how painful it is to see someone close to you struggling in their marriage and they can't even talk to you because they've been told, no, nobody can know. You are told you can't talk to your family about your marital issues. I say, what are you struggling for? For what? Tell us, and support you. No. It's no, guys. That thing literally hurts me so much because my fellow sisters are literally going through it. And then Gigi is gonna come and talk about how we don't protect men enough. The quickest way to destroy a man is to this and this. Utulipangolo, allegedly, she still went out there and she withdrew the case. You're protecting somebody that had his hands on your neck, hitting you with an elbow. That nigga could have killed you, allegedly. You're still protecting him. Because as a black woman, you are conditioned that you should be a doormat. We should be the generation that changes that crap. We really should. You act wrong, I'm out. You think you can do this, I divorce your ass. We're very resourceful on top of that. Most of our black women are even being used. How many black women, guys, do you know that say that I loved this man with everything? He didn't have a cent, I still loved him. Tina, I'll tell you about me, Gigi. If somebody sends her this video, girl, you see me? And the way I work so hard, my ex-husband was cheating in my car that I bought. Which protection do you expect from me? Guys, I was so traumatized to a point where I even went and bought another car because that one literally traumatized me and I couldn't let him drive my car. I was like, you use that one because you cheated in it. I'm gonna have my car and I'm gonna use this one so that I'm okay. We live with so much trauma. And not even till today, no nigga can be with my car. I'm so sorry. No. Because of the traumas that we have. We have to pay psychologists for what black men do to us. And you are out here talking about we need to protect black men. Are black men protecting us? Are they? I have always said this. I don't like the fact that Lady Zama did what she did. The case was dismissed and whatever. You guys can say whatever it is that you want. You guys know that I do not believe in that. I do not this and that, right? The audio that came out and she's talking to Sjava. You could just hear how detached emotionally Sjava was towards her. I'm not saying what Lady Zama did was right. She was wrong. I literally just detest that. However, I will also not sit here and act like in that audio I did not pick something up. He was completely detached. He was acting like this is not a man that was laying down with her. He was acting like this is not a man that was, I'm sure, telling her that he loved her one way or another. For me, all I have to say is that I am yet to see a man that is treating his woman right. Go police station where he raped her. The slay queens that they sleep with, in the morning they report rape, is because you met her. You want to sleep with her. You want to use her, right? And then after that, when she says money that you guys agreed on the previous night, you are now saying, hey, bitch, hey, what? Then they go and they do that. She knows that's how to destroy you. Because she's also destroyed emotionally. But if you're a man that likes sleeping with prostitutes, you meet a prostitute and then you say how much, she says 5,000 and you're like, okay, you go sleep with her in the morning, you give her 5,000. Most of them, guys, they won't even go to the police and claim rape or whatever. They don't. They know it was a transaction. This is what happened. I got this. They're out. Now, I'm not saying that I condone the behavior of going and laying false rape. I hate it because of the fact that it destroys, innocent men's life. And I also hate the fact that it pulls back the Me Too movement. However, black men, please start learning to treat women right. Because the way you treat women, you guys know, especially black women. I remember there used to be this guy, Govenda. He married a white woman, right? So when he came with the white woman, Govenda, we were still young. When he came with the white woman, Govenda, guys, you should have seen everyone. The uncles, the aunts. She was not allowed to touch firewood. She was not allowed to make fire. She was not allowed to cook by the fire. And I remember that white woman, she was like, baby, I want to do, she's excited. She wants to, but no, because fire is too much for a white woman, but it's not too much for a black woman. That's when you know. That's when you know. The aunties that were busy out there struggling in the fire, were they not somebody's wife? But because they're black, fire is fine for them. This one, because she's white, she cannot be in the fire. The fire will burn her skin. Now come again and tell me that black women are not protecting black men. We overprotected them. That is the reason why we're even where we are today. I literally detest our great grandmothers. I don't know how they were thinking, because they could have made things so different for us. And I think that we can make things different for our kids and our grandchildren and our great grandchildren. We black women now can break that nonsense and that cycle. And I'm so happy, guys. The level at which women are getting divorced from men that are abusing them is so high. And I'm so happy about that. I don't celebrate divorce. I celebrate freedom from somebody that is abusing you. I celebrate women that are going to stand up for themselves. We cannot be victims forever. We cannot be victims forever. And you cannot expect us to protect people that are not protecting us. That one will never happen. Well, it's been happening. It will never happen with me. I don't care. I don't even want to lie. So before you start preaching to black women, please go preach to black men. You know? Preach to them. But anyway, guys, I feel like I overspoke, hey? I'm supposed to film other videos, but yo, guys, I feel a bit upset, hey? Honestly, we saw a lot from our grandmothers, from our mothers, and then us, our sisters. A lot of women are living with deep wounds, black women. And the closing statement that I will say is this: if you're a woman that is living with so much hatred, you live with a lot of hatred, you live with a lot of hurt, you live with a lot of anger, most of the times it's not your fault. Listen to me. No matter how vile you are, most of the times it's not your fault. Most of the times you experience something that even your own understanding you could not comprehend. However, how you choose to live your life, that is now on you. Unfortunately, you were traumatized, and I'm so sorry for that. But you now have to make a choice. Do I live as a vile human, or do I live as a person that is nice, that is a functioning human in society? So how do you choose? You seek help. When you're sick, you go to the doctor. When you're mentally not okay, you go to somebody that knows about the mind. It is free, guys, to get a therapist in public hospitals if you cannot afford private care. If you know that I'm sitting here, when I see another woman succeeding, especially a black woman, I'm so when I see another black woman getting married, I'm so if I see another black woman being loved right, I'm so you have a problem. Stop being in denial. Go and seek psychological help. And it's not a jab to anybody. It's simply to say you're traumatized. You're clearly living a miserable life, because whatever you put out, it is what's in you most of the times. So I can just imagine what is in your mind every day. And I think that is just not a way to live. And remember, guys, you only have one life. One. So if you are sitting here, because I know there are women who, whenever they say I'm leaving, the man is like, I'm gonna kill myself. How old, Sissy? Sit down, Wena, and look at him. Do you guys remember that situation that happened with that guy, DJ Brown? He saw his wife drink poison. She drank, and then after that, she even took the thing and threw it at him. She died. They buried her. Do not tolerate abuse from anybody. If you're the abusive one, stop. But as black women, let's stop blaming and putting everything on black women. Black women go through the most test above and overall of everyone. And we still are trying our best. But for you to expect us to protect the same men that break us, that is just crazy to me. But anyway, I love you guys. Stay blessed. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.